Hi, we're here again and back to the third chapter of the husband's need. And now we are going to talk about how to respect your husband his way. So, number one, don't nag your husband. The reason why husbands hate nagging is because it is a sign of disrespect. You need to understand that the greatest need of a husband is respect. Every time you nag him, you're not giving his need. Number two, respect your husband's time at work or with friends. Kailangan maintindihan ng mga babae that time for work sa mga lalaki is sacred. Kaya wag tawag ng office hours. Call during lunch or break time unless emergency. Ang iba namang misis, ite-text si Mister that she needs him. Si Mister naman, tatawag si Mrs. kasi need daw eh. Tanong ni Mister, honey, bakit? Ang sagot ni Mrs., wala lang. Next time na gamitin mo ang word na need, di na kayo papatulan ni Mister. Hay nako, Mrs., bawas-bawasan ang pagtawag. Kapag nagpapaalam ang asawa nyo to go out with his friends, basta nagpaalam na may pupuntahan ng bandang 9 to 12 midnight, huwag tatawagan between 9 to 12 midnight. This is a big issue sa mga lalaki. Tandaan na ang malaki sa lalaki, madalas ay maliit lang sa mga babae. Yung malaking issue sa babae ay maliit lamang sa mga lalaki. Aangal malamang si Mrs. Nag-aalala lang ako. Honey, anong oras ka uuwi? Kaalis lang ni Mister sa bahay at sinabi na nga sa'yo na 12 midnight. Tapos, 10 o'clock pa lang, tatawag na si Mrs. Honey, hindi ka pa ba tapos dyan? Ang laki talaga ng problema. Kaya ang mga lalaki ay gigil na gigil sa mga asawang babae. Alam nyo, more often than not, 12 o'clock na. Di pa umuwi si Mister, makapang-asar man lang. Kasi nga mga babae, ang kukulit. So please, bawas-bawasan ng tawag. Bawal din ang text. Here is a scenario kapag nasa mga barkada ng asawa mong lalaki tapos magte-text si Mrs. Tut. Sasabihin ng kaibigan ni Mister, o Mrs. mo, chinecheck na? Walang hiya ka kasi. Patay na naman si Mister, and it's all because of you. Pag-uusapan siya ng barkada niya at mapapahiya siya kasi maski text, wag muna as much as possible. Pero Mister, ibigay ang need ni babae. Kahit lunchtime, tawagan nyo, honey, kumain ka na ba? Nako, enjoy na enjoy ang babaeng yan. Kahit di pa kumakain si Mrs., busog na busog ang babaeng yan. Ang babaw ng kaligayahan ng mga babae.
It reminds me of his, let's say, girlfriend-boyfriend phase. Then, especially if it's a new boyfriend, new girlfriend, then you're like texting each other and trying to call each other as much times like that. Back and forth, even with your friends, family, you always want to communicate with your boyfriend or girlfriend. So, and when you're married, this is a little different in a way. It's not like that. It's not like you have to call every time and ask and get more information, and it's better. But again, with us, I don't see that from you. Like, oh, what time are you going home? What time are you? Like, no. It's but I could see why people or husbands or like that in terms of they won't like it as much if you get. It's almost like the nagging is there because you keep asking and asking, and even though you told them already, it's something that if you do understand. Let's say husbands, if they do understand, okay, she's like that. If it was my friend who's married and his wife was making calls, then I would say, okay, she's just concerned, she's just worried, she just wants to talk to you like that. So that's my response. Some husbands, they don't hear the phone ring or it's in silent. Like for me, sometimes in my jacket, I don't keep it beside me at all times. So it's something that that can be talked about. I don't think it's a big deal, but it could be a big deal for someone. But for me, it's not. Yeah, it's
I
okay.
think what's being said in this book is like this person is being talked about by his own friends, that maybe
Oh,
he
also
has done something wrong in the past. That's why their wife so keeps on asking or like knowing what's happening.
Yeah, just invite your wife to go with you. It's like, hey, yeah, you come with me, but you have to pay for us. You have to treat us.
I think this is more of a trust issue. That's why women or wives are being so because there was something in the past that happened.
I can understand.
Yeah. So I think the men who has been in this position should understand their wives as well. You did something in the past. As I've said before, that women or wives are naturally born historians. We always recollect what's in the past. Please bear in mind what you did wrong would always come up in our minds. I'm not giving justification to the things that your wives are doing to you. I'm just saying this is one of the things that would wives or your spouse would be thinking about. So please be mindful of that as well. Number 3, honor your husband in using financial resources. Alam niyo ba kung bakit gigil na gigil ang mga lalaki kapag may binili si babae na hindi ipinagpapaalam? It's a sign of disrespect. Protesta ni Mrs. Pera ko naman yun Madaya talaga ang mga babae. Ang pera nyo, inyo. Ang pera ni Mister, sa inyo pa rin. Ang laki ng problema nyo. Here's the worst. Sabi ni Mrs., bakit ako magpapaalam sa kanya? Mas malaki pa nga ang sweldo ko sa kanya. Mrs., wag na wag nyong sasabihin ito sa harap ng asawa nyong lalaki. Promise, lalayasan kayo ng asawa nyo. That's disrespectful and problema, maraming babae ang gumagawa nito.
A good question to ask is, before you buy something, if your husband is like that, is this in the budget? Budget ba to? Okay, so magkano yan? So, say, 3,000 pesos. Okay. Meron ba tayo na 3,000 na pwede? It's like, yeah. It's like, oh, wala pa eh. How many? How much do we have that we can spend freely, or we can spend extra and then for something? It's like, okay, we're short 1,500 pesos, and then the next month, okay, so next month I could buy it. It's like, okay, great. Okay, so at the same time is you're communicating and you're negotiating or compromising on a plan to buy it, so you could get it next month. You just have to wait. You have to be patient. But if it's something that's on sale, maybe you can get away with it in terms of, oh, it's on sale, it's gonna not going to be the same price. But what I realized with like December sales, the next month pretty much the same price because no one's buying stuff. So this way they give it on sale. Like Costco does that. And other places. Like you see chocolates for this price, oh, it's on sale, it's $5 off. Then next month in January, it's like, oh, it's regular price, but it was the sale price last month. It's like you're so excited for the sale, and then the next month it's like, oh, it's the same price.
I think what we always need to remember when there is a sale, usually it will really happen in the long run. So don't worry about sales. Don't so be focused on material things. But if it's really a need, then you really need to talk it over, because I'm sure there is a specific need of a wife and a husband. And you can talk it over. If there's something in the budget, then you can agree with it.
Yeah, especially I think especially big purchases like appliance, definitely. And then do your research. You'll find a way, and then see if it fits your budget. Then wait a little bit if you can, longer. Because 1950s they didn't have. Did they have a dishwasher? I don't think so. Like those kind of things. And they didn't have cell phones back then, and they lived happily, and with the information they had from newspapers, they lived. They didn't die. without our phone. So, yeah, I think you'll live. Don't worry.
I also found in a video or a series in Netflix about there is a financial person who is wanting to help this kind of people who are in a financial debt. What they are having problems with, the financial person expert is saying that because you never had opened yourselves up to this position to really talk it over calmly without ill feelings towards one another. You really need to open your mindset or open your mind and heart that you need to talk it over as husband and wife where we are at in our finances. What's your salary? What's my salary? What are the needs? What are the things that the most important and the less important? So for us wives, so that we will not go be secretive towards our spouses, let's just be open towards one another. Whatever we are thinking of, what we want to buy, let's just be open. And let's be open as well if the other person wouldn't want to agree with you that you want to purchase that, even you have the money. If he doesn't agree, then that's it. It doesn't mean that he's the last say. Just like our parenting with our kids, when one says no, then even there is one yes, then it's the answer to their question is still no. But if they get two yeses, then it means it's a real yes. I think we can do that as well in our marriages, in our finances. If someone says no, then go to God, and then maybe God will help him realize that, oh, my wife really needs that. And maybe wives, you don't need to buy it for yourselves. Your husband will give that to you. Some food for thought. Number 4, learn to trust your husband. For example, umalis si mister. Pag-uwi, tatanungin ni mister, saan ka galing? Ano nang pinag-usapan nyo? Pati ba naman ang pinag-uusapan nila gusto nyong malaman? So mga babae, if you want to respect your husband, bawas-bawasang magtanong. Para sa mga lalaki naman, dagdagan ng tanong kasi gustong-gusto ni Mrs. ang tinatanong. Here's another example. Pag-uwi ng bahay ni mister, honey, kamusta sa office? Nako, gustong-gusto ni Mrs. yan. Magkukwento yan. Ang problema normally, ayaw ng mga lalaking nagtatanong. Hahaba kasi ang usapan. Husbands, remember this. It is a need for the woman to talk to somebody. On the other hand, it's a need of a husband to talk about something. Ang mga lalaki ay enjoy na enjoy kapag may pinag-uusapan, kapag may topic. Ang mga babae, it's their need to talk. Basta may kausap, kahit wala lang ang topic. Ang mga lalaki dapat may pag-uusapan. Ano ang sikreto? Mister, pagpraktisan makipag-usap kay Mrs. ng mga walang kakwenta-kwentang bagay. It is a need of your wife to talk to you. In our case, we reserve at least 1 hour of our time every day to talk to each other. Anong pinag-usapan namin? Wala lang. Why? Mister, it is a need of your wife to talk to you. Sa mga misis naman, kung makikipag-usap kay mister ay maghanap naman ng topic na pwedeng pag-usapan para naman mag-enjoy si misis habang nag-uusap. Do you like topics?
Topics? Toppings. I like toppings.
Yeah, just like this, we're talking about marriage. So, do you want me to say something about like a specific topic? Or I cannot tell you just anything out of what comes out of my mind?
I have both, I would say. All the above. Like, yeah, topics, toppings, anything. So, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, let's have a topic. What's the topic for today? And I'll say, oh, okay, what's the topping of the today? So, it's, yeah, I don't mind topics. Good topics, watch the news, see the
If
topic.
there's no topic.
That's fine too. Yeah. Yeah, no topics. We can talk about toilets. Toilet seats, all that stuff. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But before, you were not as open as before, that you don't really like talking.
Okay.
Why were you like that?
I don't know.
And what changed?
I wasn't old.
Or I think you've learned how to really understand how I think. That's one of the things that in marriages we need to really know the needs of each other. So when we are sensitive to each other's needs, we know how to cope with it. Number 5, clean and tidy home communicates that you honor your husband. Is that true?
That makes sense. Yeah. Because keeping it like having a dirty or unorganized house is also good. So because you realize how when it's clean, it's like wow, the differences. If it's always clean, it's like it's normal, like it's nice. But you gotta have a little mess sometimes to appreciate
The clean.
cleanliness of the house. Yeah. But more once in a while, more often pala na clean as opposed to
Messy.
yeah, exactly. Helps. I think it helps with your mind and just the way you feel. It's like, oh, everything's good, organized, intact, and hidden. Yeah. Dirt hidden, all that stuff. Oh, that's the thing that you bought 20 years ago is still there. It's hidden. It's there. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, we have a God who is said that he is the God of order. So I think as Christians, as his creation, we should have that same kind of thought and feeling and mindset as an individual, not only as a spouse, but as an individual, that we should always organize or be in order in stuff. And it really helps as well in our normal routines. Like you already know where to get the specific things. So just like me, my husband keeps on asking, where is this?
Yeah.
Where's that? Where's this?
Yes.
So because I try to organize as much as I can, then I would be able to remind him where it is.
Yeah. I'll be lost without you. Yeah.
Number 6, hindi magpaalam. Remember, husbands want to know what's happening around them. Tanong siguro ng iba, kahit sandali lang, kahit malapit lang, can't we do it without asking permission? Pwede naman, pero sasama ang loob naming mga lalaki. And when you don't respect your husband, it would be hard for him to love you. That is the problem. So please, ladies, respect your husband. Let me share with you my own experience during the first few years of our marriage. Hindi ko maiintindihan kung bakit kautusan ng Diyos for the wife is to respect her husband. Parang napakahirap naman, di ba? Ano ba ang ibig sabihin nito? Respect is synonymous to honor, esteem, reverence, hold in high regard. So, pag sinabing respeto sa isa't itong paggalang sa opinyon, desisyon ng asawa mo, at hindi po at opo lamang. I remember one time umalis ako ng bahay at nagpaalam ako sa asawa ko through telephone. Pupunta lang ako sa isang grocery store near our home. Evelyn, honey, punta lang ako sa grocery. I will be back immediately after all. Grocery is near our home.
Vic, ingat ka. Drive safely and carefully. I love you.
Then the worst thing happened. Nung ako ay nagda-drive na papuntang grocery, naisip ko na dumiretso at pumunta sa aking supplier ng mga damit. Ito ang mga panahong napakahilig ko sa damit. When I was in the middle of EDSA flyover, the car malfunctioned. Hirap nang kumagat ang brake at accelerator ng kotse ko. Nung pababa na ako ng flyover, medyo traffic noon. Oh no! I screamed. Ayaw nang kumagat ng brake. Naku, sobrang natakot. Hindi ko alam ang gagawin ko. Almost few inches away na lang at mababangga na ang sasakyan sa harapan ko. Thank God, naisipan kong mag-handbrake. Hay salamat. Huminto ang sasakyan. Kaya lang, may problema ulit noong paandarin ko na ang kotse. Ayaw nang umandar. Yung pala, wala na akong gasolina at hindi ko man lang ito napansin. It was summer, 12 noon. Sobrang init. Grabe, gutom na ako at basang-basa na ang damit ko ng pawis. Problema? Paano ko sasabihin sa asawa ko ang kalagayan ko? Ang alam niya ay nasa grocery lang ako malapit sa village namin. Siguradong magtataka ang husband ko kung bakit ako biglang napunta sa EDSA flyover. Whew! What a dilemma. It took so much courage, and because of fear of not knowing what to do, I called up my husband and confessed everything that happened. This was our telephone conversation, Evelyn. With my heart pounding, I said, "Honey, I need your help. Nasa flyover ako ng EDSA at hindi makaandar ang kotse. Wala na akong gasoline."
Teka muna. Bakit ka nasa EDSA? Hindi ba ang sabi mo ay sa grocery ka lang pupunta?
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Naisip ko kasing dumiretso sa supplier ko ng damit at dahil nasa daan na ako, dumiretso na ako.
Huh? With a concerned voice, I said. Don't worry, I will go there. If you can request someone to help you while I'm traveling, please do so. Kung pwede lang, ipatulak mo na lang yung kotse sa isang tabi para safe ka.
Because it was traffic, it took my husband almost 2 hours to arrive at the scene. When I saw him, I was greatly relieved but at the same time guilty. I hugged him tightly in spite of my wet clothes due to perspiration and apologized sincerely. The situation could have been avoided had I asked permission from him and honored his response.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What a dilemma, truly. I'm sure there are things or there are people out there or spouses out there saying, I've never been in that position. That's why they're saying this situation so that we can avoid something like that happening to our lives. And it's true. We need to really give notice, magpaalam sa ating mga spouses.
What are the lessons learned?
Isa itong matinding lesson sa akin on how to respect and honor my husband. Allow me to share with you valuable lessons that I have learned from the EDSA flyover experience. If you really respect and honor your husband, do not just inform him. Seek his approval. The statement should not be, "Honey, punta lang ako sa grocery." It should be, "Honey, pwede ba akong pumunta sa grocery? Okay lang ba sa'yo na pumunta ako sa grocery?" The statement in question format will send a signal to your husband that you are honoring him. It is giving your husband a sense of authority that you are asking his permission, and because you honor him, his decision matters. I remembered a time that I was like this with our parents when I already grew up. Because when you were a kid, you always ask. And then when you become like a teenager, I was not really asking anymore. I was just saying or stating that I will be going here, I will be going there. And I never thought of this before, that is a sign of disrespect to our parents. And now I can see that now how this is also the same with our spouses, with our husbands, that yes, we need to really ask and not just state the question.
Same in terms of high school, college, university. I just go, I'm like ready, I'm like, bye. So yeah, and then like to my tita, and then she asks like, "Oh, where are you going?" "Oh, I'm going to a friend's house." Or "We're going to this internet cafe." Or
Ganon din sa mga panahong kakain kami sa labas. Dati-rati ang sinasabi ko kay Honey, "Kain tayo sa Jollibee." nagbabago din ito. Ang dapat pala, for him to feel respected ay, honey, saan mo gustong kumain? Or gusto mo bang kumain sa Jollibee? Dapat, our husband should have the final say. Remember, the greatest need of a man is respect. As a wife, you might say, yung husband ko, ang laging sagot pag tinatanong ko kung saan ka kakain, ay, ikaw saan? Saan mo gusto? Di balik din sa wife? Oo nga, bumalik nga sa wife, but it was the husband who gave the permission for you to decide. I realized that the more I honor him, the more my husband shows his love for me. And the more that I treat him like a king, the more he treats me like a queen. Pwede namang hindi nalaman ng asawa ko na pumunta ako sa supplier ng damit at hindi sa grocery. Pero dahil kinakailangan ko ang tulong niya, kinakailangan niyang malaman ito. Natutunan ko din ang humingi ng patawad sa hindi ko pag-honor sa kanya. I also realized that God gave me my husband to rule over me. Sino ang dapat nasusunod sa mag-asawa? Lalaki o babae? To know what the Bible says, yes.
Yeah.
It's
so
true.
I said that.
It's truly the husband. I think it's not sad for women because that's how God created it, and we need to believe that there is a reason behind it, that our husbands need to govern or being the head. And I think when we were kids, we were taught that the head is our father, and the neck and the neck
No, it's just your head's above your neck.
and the neck is the mom. The head will not go anywhere without the neck. So the neck tilts.
People without a neck.
What? No, who doesn't have necks? Anyway, now, ang tanong, sino nga ba dapat ang nasusunod sa bahay? Lalaki o babae? Ang pamilya ay parang kaharian. May hari at reyna. At sino ang nasusunod sa kaharian? Ang hari. Mga babae, we have bad news for you. Wala pa kaming nakitang babaeng hari. Ang problema, maraming babae ang naghahari-harian. One of the biggest problems of our country today is that maraming pamilya na ang nagpapatakbo ay mga babae. It is a need for a king to have a kingdom. Ang problema ay hari si Mister, pero si Mrs. ang naghahari-harian. We cannot have two kings in a kingdom. If this happened, the other king will look for another kingdom. Not because he doesn't love his wife anymore, but because inagawan siya ng kaharian. It is a need of a king to have a kingdom. Without a kingdom, feeling niya ay hindi siya hari. So here's the secret. Ladies, huwag agawan si Mister ng kaharian. Sabi ng isang misis, ang labo naman yan. Di ba dapat equality? Now, I'll ask you this. Can you remember the day noong nagpakasal kayo? Saan inilagay ang belo? Sa ulo ng babae at sa balikat naman ng lalaki. Ito ang katunayan na ikaw, babae, ay dapat magpasakop sa asawa mong lalaki. Hindi kami ang nagturo niyan. Walang iba kundi ang nagkasal sa inyo. Hindi lang yan. Sabi sa Bible, wives, submit yourselves to your husband as is fitting in the Lord. Husbands, love your wives and do not be harsh with them in Colossians 3:18-19. And also, in Ephesians 5:22-24, wives, submit to your husbands as to the Lord, for the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, his body, of which he is the Savior. Now, wives should submit to their husbands in everything. So, do you agree? Disagree?
Agree.
Why?
Oh, did you read this part? No.
No. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah.
Okay. He wants me to read it. Kaya mga babae, pagkatapos mong basahin ang librong ito, pwede ba isoli mo sa asawa mo ang kaharian so that you will live happily ever after? Simple ways to honor your husband like a king. I think this is a suggestion.
Customized.
Yeah, it can be customized to your own likings for your own husband, because sometimes your husband might not want this. Massage your husband, number one. Would you like that? Clean his ears and cut his nails. Give facial treatment personally. Give him a spa treatment personally. Prepare his personal things. Eh, hindi ko ginagawa to, may sitla, because you keep doing it on your own, and I don't know why you don't want me to do it.
We meant wash his personal.
No, it says prepare his personal things.
Yeah, in the laundry. Prepare it in the laundry. So you just turn it on.
Number 6, honor his decisions. And number 7, pray for his work and support his calling. So I think that's it for our chapter 3.
Yes,
The husband's
yes.
needs. If you have any more suggestions that you want to say, please comment down below. And also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you haven't yet. And again, more for Jesus. Bye, everyone.